welcome to the circuit of Spa-Francorchamps for the third round of the Belgian Endurance Championship, the Belcar. It's a 125-minute race on what some consider to be the most beautiful circuit in the world. A minimum of 2 pit stops during this 125-minute race. And this is the final race before the highlights of the season, the Zolder 24 Hours.
Alle toppers zijn aanwezig.
We're here as part of the 24 Hours of Fun Cup meeting. Everyone, of course, is preparing for our highlight, the Zolder 24 Hours. There's slightly fewer participants this weekend. Unfortunately, we don't have the Lamborghini. That wasn't ready on time. But I think we have the top players in the championship, the first three who are here. And the championship itself is, of course, also very important. Longin obviously wants to win this one, and Dardale and Lorayson defend their first place here. I think it will be an exciting and fascinating race. This is the 17 car, the speed lover Porsche of Randmans and Mulders. It will qualify in 6th in the short qualifying session. YDM Porsche of Jan Dam and Geusens in 3rd. And Dardale and Lorayson, the championship leaders, are in 2nd, even though they had a couple of track limit infringements. And they were put back at the beginning of just after the qualifying, but it was corrected and they're back on the front row.
We hebben wat track limits gepakt.
We had some track limits, me and Jan together. Apparently the regulations are written in such a way, that is the rule, because I've always thought that in the lap that you benefit, that lap is taken away. Now apparently it's 3 or 4 times and you lose everything. So qualifying is only half an hour, so normally it's 40 minutes or an hour. So yes, and it also started raining. So yes, the regulations are the same for everyone. And we would like everyone to respect this just as we have to.
En we hebben graag dat iedereen die moet respecteren, net zoals dat wij dat moeten dus.
There was no discussion, however, on who was on pole position. It was Tinus Longin for the 3rd time on 3 races this season. The PK Carsport Audi GT2 dominated qualifying once again.
We hopen vooral om een keer een wedstrijd.
Especially want to win the race now. We've had pole position every time this year, but never been able to conclude it. So in the end, that's I'm concerned about. In GTB, the category of the smaller GT cars, there was the Sabre Management Racing Porsche Cayman GT4 RS Club Sport of Van Mol and Hody, who took a 3rd starting position and 11th overall as well. In 2nd in GTB was this BMW of the Clavers family, who had a crash at the start last round. And again on pole, it's a tip-top by NGT Porsche Cayman, driven by Peters and Heremans.
Toch een endurance koers, dus...
It's an endurance race after all, so we want to get the car home safely, and that's the most important thing. But we are very happy with qualifying. We were able to achieve approximately the same time, us both, so we're very happy with that. I think that makes us a bit stronger. There's Julie Keynes and Juna Jane de Keersmaker in the TA class, the fastest of the touring car classes. They qualified in 13th overall. Not bad on a track on which they don't have a lot of experience. So 4th in TA then, the GDK BMW.
We zijn niet thuis, want normaal rijden we...
We're not driving a home race here because normally we drive in Zolder, so it's always a bit exciting for us because we do not drive here very often. But I think we can talk for both of us that we feel more and more at home here in Spa-Francorchamps. This is the Cupra of Van den Hove, 2nd in TA. The clients by GTE Racing.
Spa is natuurlijk het mooiste en
Spa is of course the most beautiful and best circuit there is. It's always a pleasure to drive here and I can't wait to finally race here. And in pole position in TA, the VP Racing Audi, Nico van Pelt and Olivier Bertels.
we hebben uiteindelijk wel de pole.
We ended up taking pole position. There were some issues with track limits and no track limits. So there were some uncertainties. But in the end we achieved pole position, which is good. We did have a bit of a struggle with the car. We had to adjust a few things. But I expect a good race today.
Een goede dag.
The TB class, the smaller touring cars, very good performance of the JJ Motorsport BMW, driven for the whole race by Tom Wax. Took pole position in the TB class, very impressive.
In de vrije training was nog een beetje kijken.
In free practice we still had to search a bit and find the right setup. And qualifying everything was perfect, ideal weather. Tires were okay, even on old tires we were still able to set the best time. It's a very good story, of course. The 397 is the fastest in the TC class, the smallest of the touring cars.
Ik heb deze jaar nog niet kunnen testen.
I haven't been able to test the Spa this year, so it was quite tricky. But it was better than expected actually, so that's nice. And here's the result of qualifying. So the PK Carsport Audi on pole. Next to it, the Belgium Racing Porsche. And then 4 more Porsches, including the top 6. And then it's time for the third race of the year. Sunny conditions on a Saturday morning in the build-up to the 25 Hours of Fun Cup. And it's a good start for Stinus Longin next to Dylan de Dale. Both favourites, third and first in the championship for the moment. De Dale winning the previous round, of course, together with Jan Race, and the Audi hasn't won a round yet, but is the reigning champion. So a good start for Longin up the Raidillon. With the Porsche chasing the Audi. Driving with the 55. Q1 Track Racing Porsche, who won the first round of the Belcar 2024. He's still in the first lap. And there's already Dylan de Dale trying to pass the Audi. No, he can't do it in the speaker's corner. And he has to slot behind the Audi again. Up to... Oh, what a... Ooh, that's not a move you can do there, I think, in that corner. He hit the Audi. Let's watch from on board. Stinus Longin is put into the gravel trap, and there might be some damage to the Audi as well. The 55 is continuing. The Turkish Vlad Raducanu Porsche of Q1 Track Racing. In third position behind the Belgium Racing Porsche and the YDM Porsche. So it's Porsche 1, 2, 3 and 4, because the MM Racing Porsche is in fourth now. And where's the Audi? No, it's back in pit lane. I think it's all over for them.
Ja, uiteindelijk had wel een goede start.
In the end I had a good start, but Dylan couldn't follow me quite well. I had to double left. I turn in on a normal racing line and I get a hit in the back. And the race is over for us. And the other car gets away with a drive-through. So for us the race is over and the competitors can still finish the race.
En de conculega's die kunnen de wedstrijd nog finishen.
Clearly disappointed Stinus Longin, and it is a drive-through for Dylan de Dale. Losing some places, but he can continue the race. And for the moment it's the YDM Racing Porsche of Jan Dam and Goossens now leading from the Q1 Track Racing 55 Porsche of Turkins and Raducanu. And the MM Racing of the Murins family is in third. You can count on the Belgian Racing trying to get back. For the moment in fourth is still the speed lover Porsche of Redmonds and Mulders. Let's have a look what's happening in TC, the smaller Abarth Assetto Corse of Peter Benz. Trying to match the speed of the BMWs in the category. But for the moment it's the IC Motorsport of Beers and Lumen still leading the category. It's a great fight between the JJ Motorsport of Tom Wax and the VDW Motorsport BMW of Van der Water and Beers. They stick together like glue, changing positions all the time. Here's the VDW BMW again, taking the inside line at Lassour's hairpin. But Works is trying to keep up with the Silver Machine, winner of the previous round. In the 57th, in TB of Lucas van Kouwenberg, and de Mulder is in third for the moment. The big touring cars category then, VP Racing, the 747. Flying low, Van Pelt and Bertels leading now in front of the other Audi RS3 LMS of MD Racing, driven by Manfred Verbeek, and the Cupra right behind it. This is not over yet. And the BMW of Keynes and the Kirchmarker is in fourth for the moment. The GT cars then in GTB. Here's the 62 making a mistake. The Sabre management came in with Van Mol at the wheel. Spinning around on the gravel there, probably. At the top of Combe, there was a gravel left behind by the TCR, which was in front of me at the start of the race. He went to the gravel and then he just filled the track with gravel. This time I didn't go right enough on the curb and I went too much through the gravel and the car spun around.
J'ai pris un peu trop les graviers et la voiture est partie.
He could continue though, and it's back to green after a short full course yellow. In second, it's the Clavers BMW, the lovely green and yellow machine, and still leading the tip-top Porsche of Peters and Heremans. That Porsche is in the top 5 overall as well. Belgium Racing Porsche had another penalty because of that an infraction during that full course yellow. But now it's really chasing the other Porsches. Here is right behind the Racing Porsche. Gaining another spot up to third here. Championship leaders could do a good race here, taking a lot of points while their main competitor isn't. The PK Carsport Audi. 55 coming in. The Vlad Raducanu giving the wheel to Philip Teunkens. Raducanu had a bit of an issue, but he managed to do a very good opening stint. And it's up to Teunkens and the Q1 track racing team to continue in that good way.
It was excellent, actually. The physio did a great job, so I felt renewed. I was perfect in the car, and I was able to really improve, as I said earlier. The only reason we came out is because I lost the front splitter, and I was low on track limits, so Philip can probably do a better job at that. But it went very well.
Here's the YDM Racing Porsche of Jan Dam and Gersens. In second for the moment, the MM Racing Porsche is up to third. There's not a lot between the two Porsches though. The YDM Racing gets into pit lane from first position.
Ja, bij de start hebben we eigenlijk wel wat...
Yeah, we had some luck at the start. I saw the Audi and the Dala quite busy with each other, and eventually in the double F, the Dala collided with the Audi, and we managed to pass them. We were lucky, and after 2 laps, I think the Dala was away from us, and then I stayed in the lead. I actually just tried to keep the track limits in mind to complete a stint without any issues. And yes, it was second for the moment, but I came in first position, so it was a good stint, yeah.
Maar ik ben als eerste binnengekomen, dus het was goed, ja.
That's the end of the first part of our report. See you after the break. Welcome back to Spa-Francorchamps for the third round of the Belgian Endurance Championship, the Belcar. We're in the TA class again with the 616 of MD Racing. Trying to catch up with these two, the VP Racing Audi and the GTE Racing Cupra TCR. fighting for honours in the big touring car class. In TC, the smaller touring cars, it's still the IC Motorsport of Beers and Luhmann leading the class. And Tom Wax is still fighting for the lead in the TB class. In TA, it's the 747 of Van Pelt and Bertels. GTB, the smallest of the GT categories. Hermans and Peters doing a good job again in the tip-top Cayman. And at the front, Laurecen is about to retake the lead of the YDM Racing Porsche. And here it is. Belgium Racing is back into the lead. And without issues, this should result in a second win. We're only 1 hour into the race though. Belgium Racing leading from YDM, MM Racing, Q1 Track Racing, and the first of the GTBs in 5th. Back to the TC class in an uneventful second half of the race, with the small Abarth taking second, just behind the BMW of IC Motorsport. In TB, it's a good race for the 57 of Mochars van Kouwenberg and de Mulder. There's van Kouwenberg getting out of the car.
Ja, tot heden gaat het heel goed. Ik denk.
Yeah, so far it's going very well. I think the car is going well. After the breakdown last time around, we worked very hard on the car. It turns out to be better than we had hoped. In TA, the fight between the 83 and the Tom Wax car is still going on. For the moment, it looks like the 83, the VDW Motorsport of Van der Water and Beers, has the advantage. In TA, Kenis and the Keersmaker still in 4th for the moment. Just outside the podium positions. Julie Kenis giving the wheel of the car to Juna Jane, the Keersmaker. Car did not manage to finish last time around. The two lady drivers are planning to do a lot better this time. The 616, the Audi RS3 of MG Racing, fighting hard to get as high on the podium as possible, but Manfred Verbeek for the moment has to settle for 3rd. For it's the Cupra of Van den Hove, the GTE Racing Cupra TCR, that is in 2nd for the moment. And leading the glass again is the VP Racing Audi 747. It's even in the top 7 overall. So a good faultless race for Bertels and Van Pelt. Looks like a second consecutive win for the 747. GTB then. Jutta Klaver's BMW holding on to 2nd position after that spin of the Sabre Cayman. Doing a good job inside the top 10 overall, that is. And in 2nd in GTB behind this tip-top Bayern GT Porsche Cayman of Peters and Hermans, who's in 6th overall. Then it's the fight at the front. And Laurecen managed to create quite a big gap. Lapping at very sharp lap times, 2:23s. It's a fight between the YDM and the MM Racing for 2nd. They're very close together at some point in the race, as you can see here. But in the end, it would be the YDM Racing Porsche taking it from the yellow and blue machine. after their second pit stop. Overheated brakes here on the MM Racing Porsche. And off they go. And there goes the YDM Racing machine. And they're back together again. And YDM tries the inside at the double left. The Pullhorn corner. And takes the advantage after that. Eventually winning with, taking second I should say, with 23 seconds in hand over the MM Racing Porsche. But the overall win was for Belgium Racing, for Dylan de Dale and Jan Laureysen. There will be much talk, of course, about the incident in the opening lap. But they took the penalty and still won the race from YDM and MM Racing. So it's a good day again for Dylan de Dale and Jan Laureysen.
Super graag. Hè. Ik voel
I really enjoy driving here. I always feel good here. I can keep the pace quite high. It suits me very well, absolutely. Also the lap times 2:23 compared to the others. You head and shoulders above the rest. Yeah, I wanted to challenge myself at every lap and do better every lap. So yes, 2:23 is a nice lap time, of course. And the Superzolder president Harry Steegmans giving out the champagne and fleeing very quickly. With Laureysen and de Dale spraying the bubblies. There's no stopping the Tip Top Racing, tipped up by NGT Cayman. Another win for Peters and Hermans.
Ik denk dat we een fantastische job hebben gedaan, samen het team.
I think we've done a fantastic job together with the team too. The car is perfectly set up again. And we were able to drive the car with lots of confidence, so I'm super happy. TA, the VP Racing Audi, took another win. Even though it had to fight hard to stay in front of the competition. Eventually finished in 7th overall as well.
Het was zeker een heel...
It was certainly a very good race. It wasn't always easy though. After the pit stops, we no longer had such a big lead, and I had to find my pace again. Once I found it, we were able to quietly expand that lead and take the win. So we're pretty happy.
Overwinning kunnen pakken, dus zeer tevreden.
TB, the VDW Motorsport of Van der Water and Eddie Beyers took the win, staying in front of a very creditable Tom Werks. But it was a good win for Van der Water and Beyers.
Eddie Beyers, proficiat.
Eddie Beyers, congratulations on this victory in TB, a fantastic result.
Ja, fantastisch resultaat.
Yes, a fantastic result. In the end, we didn't expect it after qualifying yesterday. JJ came on very strong yesterday qualifying. I think we were 9/10 of a second behind. They had a slightly higher speed than us, and we were able to make up a little bit in the corners. But on this fast track, we thought we had to settle for second. But it was a win for VDW Motorsport, and it was a win for IC Motorsport as well. A good result for Luman and Beers.
Anders Beers, proficiat. Wat een
Anders Beers, congratulations. What a victory in TC. No, thank you. It was a really great race. I've really enjoyed it. I drove very well together with Jana because she really did her best, and the team mechanics as well. We did great pit stops, great strategy from Lenny as well. So really thank you to the team and my family. Next race, 24 hours. Yes, 24 hours of Zolder. We're preparing for that now. It's my first 24 hours, so I really prepare well so we can really compete in a race, and then we'll see.
gaan rijden en we zien dan wel.
Here's the end result of the third round of the Belcar 2024. Belgium Racing Porsche winning it from the other Porsches of YDM, MM, Q1 and Speed Lover. And the Porsche Cayman of Tip Top winning GTB. That's it from Spa. See you in a couple of weeks for the Zolder 24 hours.